We are coming up on that time of year, one of the busiest times to travel. And to some, travel is almost always synonymous with stress. And we tend to let that stress get the best of us while we're packing. This is going to lead to disorganization, a lack of practical storage, and sometimes overpacking. Because organization is kind of our thing here at Mod Assistance. And we're also a big fan of functional travel planning. Today we're going to share our tips with you on how to pack like a pro, get the most of your vacation wherever you're headed. If you are new here, my name is Jacqueline Poole with Mod Assistance. We are household management and business admin experts, and on this channel, we take the years of experience from our team of personal and virtual assistants to help you within your home and your business. As personal assistants, we have spent a lot of time helping our clients to plan and organize for their upcoming travel. This includes the travel planning ahead of time with booking flights, booking hotels, planning excursions, anything our clients are requesting, but it also means helping them physically pack their suitcases in the days leading up to their travel. So we have come up with a lot of tips and tricks over the years for how to effectively pack your suitcase. So today we're going to talk about our 6 tips to pack like a pro. First up, plan ahead. Now we're going to list off quite a few questions here, and we'll put them up on the screen so you could also jot them down if you'd like. But there are a lot of questions you need to ask yourself before you can really sit down and begin planning. What does the weather look like where you are headed? How much walking are you expecting to do, and on what type of terrain? How long will you be there? Will there be any need for a special outfit or special items? Will you be able to wash your clothes where you're going? Yes, those are a lot of questions, but they are all key to help you narrow down what types of items you actually need to pack for your trip. Now that you have an idea of what you need to pack, let's make a list. We love to break down our trip day by day, possibly even hour by hour, so that we know we're packing the items we need for each activity on our itinerary. This will take a little time now, but will be really time-saving once you're at your destination. Along with all of the items you need for your activities, be sure to include on your list things you need to run out and pick up ahead of time. This could include prescriptions, toiletries, or any items that you've found you need for a particular activity that you don't already own. Consider leaving behind things that you might not need to bring with you because they will be provided at the place where you'll be staying. For example, shampoo and conditioner. If you're staying at a hotel, many times that will be provided. Or if you're staying with a friend, likely they'll have some that you can borrow. This will save a lot of space for things that you cannot borrow or might not want to repurchase. If you're someone that likes to use a pre-made list to make sure you're not forgetting anything, we love this Knock Knock Pack List pad that we found on Amazon. It's really helpful to get your mind started to make sure nothing is left behind. Pro tip, when you are deciding on what outfits to bring with you, make sure they are pieces of clothing that can be mixed and matched. If everything in your suitcase has a corresponding color palette, you'll never run out of ways to mix and match, and you'll always have an outfit. Before you start physically packing, lay everything out in front of you and make sure it all works together. Pick your suitcase strategically. Ask yourself, how much space do you really need? If you can fit all of your items in a carry-on suitcase, that is going to be ideal. That will cut down any wait time waiting to check your luggage or waiting at your destination for your bag to arrive, and it also cuts down the chances of any lost items. We've also found if you limit yourself to a carry-on suitcase, it's a lot easier to avoid overpacking because you have a limited amount of space and you end up only bringing the items you truly need. If it is absolutely necessary to bring a larger suitcase and check your items, be sure to grab yourself an AirTag or a tile tracker so you're able to see where your luggage is just in case the airline loses it. Pro tip, Get yourself a travel luggage scale and always be sure to check the weight on your luggage before you leave your house. This is going to be important both for checking your bags, but also for some carry-on luggage. We have seen instances where the airline chooses to check your luggage at the gate because it is oversized, and you don't want to add that additional stress. If you're checking a bag and you end up overweight, it gets to be very expensive. Or you find yourself on the ground grabbing things out of the suitcase and trying to rearrange your luggage, again adding additional unnecessary stress. Work with the space you have. You've likely heard these 2 tips before, but our 2 favorite ways to pack our client suitcases or our own is to use both packing cubes and to roll our item. Those 2 things together will equal the most space saved and the most organized suitcase. There are so many options online these days when it comes to packing cubes, but we will leave some of our favorites in the description box below in case you're interested. Besides saving space, the other great thing about using packing cubes is the ability to further organize yourself. Depending on how you'd like to keep your trip organized, you can either arrange your clothes so each type of item is in its own packing cube. For instance, a cube just for socks, a cube just for pajamas, or just for sweatshirts. Or another option is to arrange your outfits within the different cubes. So perhaps a larger cube has the outfits for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all rolled up in one place. So when you get there, you open up your first cube, and then you don't have to worry about opening up and disorganizing the others until those days come. It's also important to have small bags or organization systems for smaller and possibly fragile items like your jewelry. You don't want those items to get lost within the suitcase and possibly broken. Pro tip: wear your hard to pack bulky items onto the plane. If you are going somewhere where you are bringing bulky items, large coats, large boots, or shoes, wear those items onto the plane so you don't have to give up that space within your suitcase. Bring a laundry bag. No more shoving your dirty clothes in amongst all of your clean clothes. Get yourself a dirty laundry bag, one that compacts into a really small space when it's not being used. But then it's really essential to have once you start gathering dirty items. They have a place to go at your destination and also in your suitcase when you pack up to head home. And don't be afraid to take advantage of any laundry facilities available at your destination. The more you can wash and re-wear your clothes, the less you have to pack. And it's always easier to fold and roll clean clothing to fit into your suitcase than it is when you shove all the dirty stuff in and somehow it doesn't all fit the way it did on your way out. Simplify your personal item. It is very tempting to use every last bit of space available in your suitcase, especially with items that you might need. But we always suggest not overpacking your suitcase just because you have the space. How annoying is it when you really do have to find something? Your sunglasses, a book, a toiletry, and you have to dig through all of these unnecessary items in your suitcase to find the thing that you actually need. Keep it simple and keep things easily accessible if you're going to need them on your flight or during your road trip. Yes, it takes time and effort and organization, but planning ahead and using these 6 tips to pack like a pro will keep the stress for your upcoming vacation to a minimum. We hope you enjoyed, and if you have any tips that you like to do when it comes to packing or organizing for a trip, leave it in the comments below. We would love to hear that. Before you leave, please make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content like this in the future, and we'll see you in the next video.